For over 100 years, GCT has been one of the most successful port operators in the world. They have been the winning Canadian team on the world stage for decades. As Canada has required more container ship capacity on the West Coast to stay ahead of the game in world trade, GCT has been there, successfully expanding as needed. They've not only ensured Canadian consumer demands are met, but also kept Canada's well-being at the forefront in terms of jobs, safety, and the environment. They are even Green Marine and Climate Smart certified. In 2014, it was clear that demand was increasing, and GCT again came up with a smart phased expansion plan called DP4, the addition of a fourth berth to follow the success of its previous expansions. It would create additional capacity as needed, without unneeded impacts on the environment, on Indigenous fishing grounds, on the workforce, and on Canadian taxpayers. But this time, for some reason, the Vancouver Fraser Port Authority had a different agenda and didn't want to play ball with the GCT, choosing to obstruct the GCT plan and put forward its own proposal. How can you beat a team in a game where they have the power to make up the rules as they go along? The VFPA's plan? Robertsbank Terminal 2, a brand new terminal island creating risk for taxpayers and the environment. GCT has been putting up a fight and has begun to make some headway. This past March, GCT successfully applied for a judicial review of the VFPA's refusal to consider DP4. In April, the Canadian Environmental Assessment Agency held a public panel highlighting powerful testimony on the environmental impacts of RBT2, including from the Department of Fisheries and Oceans. And in September 2019, the VFPA rescinded its refusal to consider the DP4 solution. These are wins all Canadians can support. And yet, despite the overwhelming evidence that an alternative solution is needed, the VFPA is still up to the same old tricks. In the mid-2000s, they tried to find a company to build their Terminal 2 and failed. They tried again in 2015 and after a 4-year search, failed again. And now, in 2020, VFPA is conducting yet another international search for a company to build and operate its flawed project, while one of the most successful port operators in the world, a proven local Canadian operator with a smarter port expansion plan, watches from the sidelines. We need your support. The VFPA is not playing fair, and their plan is putting taxpayers and the environment at risk. Visit betterdeltaport.ca to find out more about why the VFPA keeps striking out and find out what you can do to help.